What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel, Turbo Talon Golf. My name is Shelby Iverson, and I am going to play some simulator golf here in my garage. It is Monday, the 27th of October, 2025. We're getting real close to Halloween. You can smell Halloween in the air. And we know we're going to be giving little kids a lot of free candy here in a few days. As such, it's time to play FlyinFatKid's Crazy Fun League. It's called Booze and Birdies Happy Halloween, and it's on the Course of the Dead. Let's check out the stats here for the round. It's a short course, 4,900 yards. We got Sunday pins, huge gimme auto putts of 10 feet. Greens are hard. That sucks. Stimps 11, fairways are firm, wind is gusty, and it should be a fun round, especially on the putting green. Let's get this loaded up and give it a play here. Monday. Kind of had a little bit of a headache all day long, and I didn't know why. I felt like I slept fine. And it was a familiar headache, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. I get home from work, I'm changing into the clothing, the garb, if you will, that you see now. And I use the restroom, I use the facilities, I use the facilities to do a number one. And when I'm done with my number one, I look down into the toilet water, and it's pretty dark yellow. And that's when I realized what my headache was from. I am dehydrated. I haven't been drinking enough water. I didn't even get into the booze this weekend, but I'm still dehydrated, so I'm trying to play catch up. This course has taken some time to load. I do remember the last time I played it, it sort of bogged down my computer, so we'll have to do a graphics check. Looks like sounds good. But this is a neat little golf course, and it's very fitting. Let's turn this down. You're pretty much going to hear that the whole round. I'll turn it down on my end. Let's check the graphics settings. I can't see anything here. Sign says not responsible for broken clubs or death. What's this sign say? Turn up the volume if you dare. I do think, I vaguely remember some sort of jump scare or something at some point, but I can't remember. Anyway, let's check the graphics here. Looks like we're running at 45 frames a second, uncapped, which is not a good sign. Let's hit L and check these settings. If we toggle advanced, I'm guessing stuff gets even worse. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want it to be dark outside. Save exit. T-Box says leave now. It's getting very scary in here. Guys, I've got these graphic settings dialed about as far down as you can get them. So there you go. That's not going to get any better. Hopefully it's not too laggy. 281 yard shot. I sort of warmed up, but I could have hit 50 warm-up balls or just walked out here cold. The first drive is always going to be quite a mystery, right? We want to hit up further than that. Today we are aiming for the center of fairways and we are aiming for the center of greens. Also, there's some wind blowing, which is going to contribute to some things. You've got to take the wind into account. We're playing firm fairways and hard greens. So you've either got to get the ball up in the air real good, or you're gonna just be prepared for some run out on the greens. Not a whole lot you can do here about it. I don't know what's going on with the flickering shadows. It can just add to the ambiance. Probably going to be a pretty laggy round. Wind's blowing pretty good. There's your par. We see we got a big old nasty blood moon in the background or something. Things have gone to black and white. Hey, old gray man, how are you? Can you talk a little bit about your ProTee VX? I'm sending my Mevo back as it sucks looking to buy the VX at Carl's place. Thank you. It's an overhead launch monitor. The image you see in the middle on the left is the software that is used by the ProTee. It's not a third-party software I'm running. Let me turn down this ambiance here. The image you see of my ball hitting, or my club hitting the ball, is coming directly from the cameras up here. I'll just shotgun you with a bunch of information. Here's the calibration for it. All you do is put this down on the mat, aim it toward your screen. The ProTee's pretty good at calibrating, but then you'll just go to this menu here and you'll hit calibrate, right? Because once it's mounted, it's probably not going to move unless you, if I had to start again, would I still buy it? Yeah, 100%. The ProTee's actually my 5th launch monitor, and I would never go back to any of the other ones. But you got a calibration menu here. It's super easy. You see it looks at these two cameras. I'm not going to calibrate it because it's already calibrated, but there's your calibration, and you just do that and you're good to go. Some things that you need to consider, though, is you need to have about a 9-foot ceiling height to use the device. Joe Legowski talks about using it. He's got pretty low ceilings. But if you've got high enough ceilings and a wide enough space, I'm assuming you've already got a wide enough space because you've got a golf simulator. You got to make sure your ceilings are high enough, though. Hey Stice, how are you, buddy? My projector is a short throw and it's directly behind the ProTee. Here, I'll just show you. Can you see that? See how the ProTee's here. Projector's here. And granted, if your projector's a little too high or your ProTee's a little too low, your ProTee will cast a shadow up here where you normally would see the miles per hour in direction of the wind. Thanks, Bogeyman. Old Gray Man, if you have any more questions about the ProTee VX, I don't have any complaints about it. It's going to be slightly more spendy than your Mevo maybe was. Man, there's a lot of people in the chat. And Old Gray Man, I'm assuming you know how much it costs, because it's not a cheap launch monitor. Okay, is it Ganjafar, or I'm sorry, I'm terrible with handles. Yeah, I don't remember where I bought it, but that 7200 was about what it came to after shipping and taxes. Stice says the Mevo's a gateway drug, 100%, 100%. My gateway drug was the Garmin R10, and then I was like, oh, this is over. I guess I'm a sim golfer now. Okay, I'm glad that I didn't botch it too bad. Well, it's good to have all you guys in the chat. We're playing FlyinFatKid's course for this week, which is Course of the Dead. I think he's got the fairways set to firm or hard or links or whatever, and then the greens are hard too. But we got nice big fat gimme circles. We got a bunch of wind in our face. We don't want to be in this blood lake over here. And this course will put your computer's graphics cards to the test. If you don't mind me asking, Old Gray Man, what is it about the Mevo that you don't like? Sometimes these mics are too good. PGA Tour show, baby. Some pretty brutal little pin positions here, guys. Looks like we got a Parsky there. Yeah, the Garmin R10 was a Doppler-based unit, like I believe the Mevos still are. I think they might have a camera now, I don't know. But I couldn't have anything running in here. Even if I had my heater running, or sometimes if it could see the computer, the fans on my computer tower, it would act funny, it would misread. I know the technology in the Mevo is a lot more advanced than the R10 because the unit's a lot more expensive. But if you think you're going to be a a sim golfer for the long haul, I would highly suggest the ProTee. Just make sure you have the ceiling height and make sure that you're okay spending that kind of coin on a launch monitor, and I think everything is going to just be hunky-dory for you. So you can see there's some lens distortion going on the course here, which is kind of creepy. That was a really bad shot, by the way, but we're good to go. Okay, it looks like you guys are taking care of the chat. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad, guys. I was actually watching a Joe Legowski video today. I'd never seen that man get mad before, but he was playing something for the Blitz, and Joe Legowski, he started to get a little bit pissed off. And I was like, Joe, you're usually such a professional. So it's kind of nice to see other people getting frustrated in the simulator. But Joe did mention in that video, it's not an old video, it's a recent video. Joe mentioned someone in the chat asked Joe why he never putted off the fringe. And Joe basically said because GS Pro has a glitch, the glitch I've mentioned 4,000 times in 4,000 other videos. Joe mentioned that there was the glitch that where there'd be a collider between the fringe and the green that would screw your shot up. So I found that pretty refreshing. Anyway, I don't know why I keep talking. Ooh, free GS Pro for a year. Getting some scary little jump scare effects. 37 yards out of the rough, we got a tailwind. Oops, see, that's pretty scary. Somebody just screamed. I think someone was just murdered. Oop, it's all weird now. I don't want to be in that blood river. The wind's going to push us slightly to the right. What do we got going on in the chat here? Looks like I missed out. I didn't need GS Pro. Seems like a pretty smoking deal to me. Uh-oh. That was a little floaty little turd. The wind was pushing it back. Let's check our colliders. You guys, there's colliders all through here. You can't even hit through this area. That's crazy. Never seen anything like that. Let's just bail out over here, a little 40 yarder. I hate to do that. Shit, I didn't check the colliders on that side. How far out do they go? Okay, we're good over here. We just need to bail out. I don't want to roll into the other rough. Sounds like you two might be coming to some kind of a deal, maybe. Let's see, we got a ways to go and we got a lot of wind to hit into. Shankin' Birdie says, oh yeah, moving up in the subscribers, the algorithm's working. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, I do remember this pin. You've got these stacks of old tires around the pin, so you got to kind of mind your P's and Q's. I don't think my chipping is that bad, so hopefully we're fine. We're going to come out a little to the right. Let's aim over here to the left of the pin. That ran out so far. Wow. $287. You can see this feature that's one of my favorite things ever. We've got a tree in the middle of the tee box. So you basically have to hit a stinger. Maybe some of this tree is actually transparent, as in you can hit through it. I'm not sure. Shankin' Birdies is plugging my stuff here. I don't know how they did that, but when your ball hits the fairway, it triggers a sound effect, which is pretty sweet. Because usually when your ball hits the fairway or any other surface, it makes like a thud, type of a thud sound like you would hear if your ball really hit the ground. Oh, FlyinFatKid's says, let's go. You get to 1,000 subs, you can send me money. That's very kind to you, sir, but I'm not really into that. I don't particularly need the money. Now, if I can get to 1,000 subscribers and cut 5 strokes off my score, that's a different story. I suddenly care. Okay, guys, this is a really terrible place to be because we're going downhill pretty severely, and we are also hitting on a firm green, if I'm not mistaken. So 25. We only need to hit like 25 feet. Also, dude, honestly, thank you for offsetting the firm greens with the big gimme circles, because otherwise this would be almost unbearable. Yeah, I've played this before. That's how I had kind of an idea what you were going to do. Because I used to play this around last year around this time. I was going to do a little special on it, but I don't think I ever did it. All right, guys, we got a ways to go. 220. Yeah, this one's fun. Get up there. Ooh, that'd have been a sexy shot. That was a pretty good shot. Okay, I don't remember the tower shot. It's been a year since I played it. I don't remember the tower shot, but now you got me scared. Come back, come back. This is nasty, guys. Tiny, we don't need to hardly touch this ball. Oh, get in the hole. Uh-oh, he's got a little devil head next to it. Now I'm scared. I mean, I was already scared. This is a very scary course. If I pull this shot, I'm in trouble. Oh, it ain't far enough. Shoot. Ball's gonna want to go left. Let's flop this up. Big old gimme circles, hopefully here. Ooh, that died. It's a par 3 as well, so I got to dunk this or I'm in trouble. Oh, come on. Guys, that ball actually accelerated off the pin. I'm gathering a list of bug reports and things I'm going to send to SIGPRO. I've been griping about the program for a year. I figured it was time to do something about it. Right? We all know that guy that just bitches and moans about everything all the time and doesn't actually do anything to improve his situation. I kind of don't want to be that guy. Figure do something constructive with it, send them some bug reports. And don't get me wrong, I'm still going to gripe about the software because it leaves a lot to be desired. So you guys, Flying Fat Kid, this is his league I'm playing. Some of you knew that, some of you may not. Flying Fat Kid, I got a question for you. When you are setting up your league course for the week, is there any setting you can make as an administrator that makes putting easier or makes drives go straighter or any of that stuff? Or can you only manipulate the normal suite of settings? Shanking birdies, what guy are you? The guy who gripes about stuff and doesn't change anything? I don't think you're that guy, brother. I don't think you're that guy. Everybody who watches my channel knows that I am certainly that guy, but I'd like to try to be better. Okay, but you can't do anything to make drives go straighter or anything like that, right? It's all just SIGPRO physics, right? That was a little thick. You guys, this course is really maxing out my graphics card. I've done everything I can to make it better, but it doesn't seem to change the frame rate. Okay. FlyinFatKid says he can't do anything for ball flight. Please stop. I would imagine there's going to be some nice low scores with these 10-foot gimme circles. Oh, it's the fog. Wonder if that did anything. Well, no, I would have just made the graphics worse. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a big deal. What we do know, guys, is that we've got a little clearing here about 190 yards in. Don't be blasting driver here. You're probably going to go into the red stuff, and you don't like that. That's going to cost you a stroke. Hit you a nice, easy club. I don't know if I'm the first on the round. Let me check SGT. You can see I'm hard at work on ChatGPT trying to make cool little thumbnails, some cool little clickbait. No, there's been a few already that have played it. 3 vodkas in is the guy at the bottom so far, which is probably going to be me by the end of the round, and then I'm shooting even. And it looks like green in regulation 3-putt. We're all aware of a green in regulation 3-putt. Is also playing live here. Oh, okay. The fog's on the course. It's not a setting. Gotcha. All right, guys. I am talking a lot. Hopefully we don't put this ball somewhere where we don't want to put it. Yeah. We got a lot of golf to play, good sir. I'm no JT Walsh. Uh-oh, that's probably going to roll. I saw Hazel Rocket Golf did a video on how to get rid of your slice. And I watched it at work today, and I wasn't expecting too much, right? Because the general ruling on slices is that there's a few things you can do to get rid of it, and if you can master these things, you typically can get rid of your slice. But he actually said some really profound stuff that I could identify with, and I thought it was a really good video. What do we got here? We're going downhill with a hell of a tailwind. This wind is going to want to push us to places unknown. So let's aim over here a little. Pins on the back of the green. We don't need to hit too terribly far here, guys. That was a little thin, and we are damn lucky that ball hit where it hit before it hit the green. FFK says Hosel Rocket farts, birdies, and burps eagles. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but he did make an interesting video on how to get rid of your slice. Uphill leaker. Guys, we're probably looking at a par here, but I'll see what I can do to get this ball into the cup. I didn't hit it. $11. All right, we got the camera distorted again, which I think is a really cool little thing here. Really cool little option. You can see it's all distorted here, which is pretty creepy. It's 225 up. You got wind that's wanting to blow you into this blood pond. So I'd say either lay your sorry ass up about right here, 190 out, or go for the green, but I'm not accurate enough to go for the green. All right, we got about 60 yards in. That's going to be the 54-degree wedge. 4 yards up, so 67 plus. I'm thinking about 73 to get to the pin. But if you get to the pin, you're probably going to roll through it. So be careful. Dude, we're getting so close to some birdies here. I need to improve my diet. That didn't help anything. All right, guys, we got a little bit of distortion here. Downhill, leaking to the right. Just hit you a little putt and pray. It might not be downhill though, so maybe that's a little too much. There you go. Even. All right, guys, we got a nasty little pin position. We'll just go for the back or the middle of the green because I don't want to take a penalty stroke. Got a lot of calculations to make here. It's going to be 132 down, 132, let's call it 120, but then you're looking at about a 7%. You got a tailwind, so you're gonna get a whole bunch of help here because you're going down and you've got a nasty tailwind. So the club you play here, I would say, if you want to be safe, I would play a pitching wedge. If you want to be a little closer to the pin, I'm going to play a 50-degree. And say your prayers. Yep, it wasn't enough, but we're up. And I don't know what ended up happening. We're going to play it as it lies. We've got a lot of sound effects happening here. It's not a 4-iron for you, buddy. I promise this game gets easier. Go watch some of my early videos. Go watch some of those revenge videos I did yesterday or whenever I did them. Like, it gets easier, man, I promise. Okay, this is an interesting little hole here that I don't remember, but you can see there's a lot going on here. There's a tree in the fairway. This will be an interesting one. I know we don't want to be anywhere near that tree in the fairway. That's what I do know. So let's get as far as we can off the tee. We're hitting uphill, so you got to hit something that's going to get you up into the 200s, but you're hitting up 16. So hit your 220 something club. And maybe if you hit it well enough, you'll become a part of the Mile High Club. Disclaimer though, I don't run a prostitution ring. I know that's been a big point of contention. I don't run one. Nobody knows where this ball's going, guys. Let's fast forward and see where it ends up. I think we hit that a little thick. Didn't get quite where we wanted to go. But we got 113 up out of the fairway. It's actually super close to the OB, and I don't want anything to do with the OB. Man, these balls just, they ricochet everywhere. This poor button box has just been getting the holy shit beat out of it. It just took more collateral damage there. Let's chip up. I was hoping we'd be a little closer to the pin by now, but that's the rookie golfer here for you. 21. .260. It's a par 4. You could go for the green. I can't hit that far, but you're going downhill and you got wind that's going to blow you to the right. I would say hit something that you're fairly confident is going to go straight. I'm not very smart, so I'm going to hit driver. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are we going to end up? Apparently there was one branch on that tree that had a collider, but it looks like we're in the middle of the fairway. And we can hit, I don't know, 6 iron, 5 iron here. Shankin' Birdie says ricochets are life with him. I don't know where it's coming from. That's the problem with me. Because you can see in the background here, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 900 boxes of these cheap tri-fly balls because they've got the logos on them that the ProTee can see really well, and I don't have to mark my golf balls when I'm on the golf course. I'm not good enough to be using a ProTee or a Pro V1X or a Pro V1 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ricochets. Who is this Rick guy anyway? Ricochet? It's a weird last name. What is that? Is it? I don't know. We want to hit. You can see this is a bermed fairway, and you got OB along the right. Make smart choices here, guys. Shankin' Birdie says, aw dang, that was 2 inches from being great. And to that I say, that's what she said. Boom! Hey, for golf's sake, how you doing, sir? Thank you for joining the chat. I'm well on my way to 1 million subscribers. I appreciate all you guys' patronage. Dude, if I ever get 1 million subscribers, we got a problem. We got a problem. Okay, we want to be about right here. Got some wind. I don't want to go too far. I'm not that kind of girl, Marty. Hey, crushing it, how are you? Dude, sorry I was a dick in the chat the other day. You don't deserve that. Oh, how about you don't do that? Ball's going to want to come out left. Let's just try to get into the circle. I don't think I've had to putt. Have I had to putt at all? Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we back? We're wedging it again? Guys, I can't stress the importance of checking the heat map on your green enough. Please do it. Please spay or neuter your pets as well. Get. I can't even imagine what some of the scores on this are going to be, because I suck and I'm even. You're getting quite a following there, Flying Fat Kid. I think I saw you have a whole bunch of people in your league now. It's getting pretty big. Also what she said. You got 200 flat. Joe Legowski's got almost 500. I mean, that's pretty big shit popping right there, my friend. Congratulations. I want to make a league of my own, but I think it'd just be another face in the crowd, honestly. This is a drivable green if you've got the distance. I'm not taking a penalty stroke this late in the round, so I need to try to keep this drive straight. Oh. Shankin' Birdie's compared me to the Hawk Twa girl. Didn't she do something with cryptocurrency and she's in a lot of hot water now or something? Boy, I would hate to be that girl's dad. You got famous while you were on a trip somewhere and talking about spitting on a wiener. I would hate to be that girl's dad. Crushing It says, nice round. I appreciate it, sir. 60 yards in with a headwind. We don't want to hit 60 yards because the greens will go, 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 go. I still haven't hit the hole with the tower in it yet, though, so I'm kind of scared. Nope, it's 60. That was a hosel rocket. Hosel rocket. All right, do we have colliders on this bowl of fire here? We don't. Just need to hit about right here. Leaden. Guys, I'm sorry I hit a hosel rocket. It's embarrassing. Uh-oh. When it rains, it pours. I could have swore we were going to land in that grass, which would have slowed the ball down, but I guess we didn't. It's a pretty flat uphill putt. I need this for par. I'm going to go one up. Sally didn't hit the ball. All right, there's you a bogey. When you hit a hosel rocket, you deserve a bogey. Okay, it must be the 18th hole. We've got a comment box here. What does it say? I can't tell what it says. I also can't read. I don't know why I even bothered to look. I can't actually read. You're down 115, so you're hitting 105, but you've got a nasty headwind, which is going to knock your ball down quite a bit. So maybe add a couple of clubs to your 105. That ball was in the air for a very long time, meaning the wind is going to have more time to react to it. When you hear these guys saying they're going to hit a punchy this or a punchy that, that low trajectory on that ball helps. Oh, that's creepy as shit. The low trajectory on that ball helps to reduce the amount of time the ball's in the air to have the wind messing with it. What is it to do free look? Dude, how do you move around in free look? I want to go check on these zombies. Crap, I can't remember. So I'm in free look mode. Does anyone know how to do that real quick? Free look's F5. We're in free look mode up here in the top right. Hey, for golf's sake. He says, great round, Shelby. I appreciate you, sir. Aim, aim, aim. Guys, I used to know how to do this. Is it Q or W? No. All right, well, I'm going to exit free look mode here. I was going to go check these zombies out and sing the Cranberry song Zombie. Just kidding, I wasn't going to do that. Hold right mouse, arrows move. Hold right mouse and move with WASD. Hell yeah, you guys rock. Let's go check out these zombies. Uh-oh, boys. We ready for this? Happy Halloween. Hope this is nobody you know. Gross. This is not PG-13. This is disgusting. Yuck. Yeah. Hey, Triple Threat, they are snacking on some poor soul here. I think I know that girl. Oh my God, that's Wendy Peppercorn. I know that girl. All right, back to the round. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like this, guys. Look, it's both sides of the fairway are off limits. Oh, no. Happy Halloween, guys. I hope you guys all hand out full-size candy bars. $193 in, we got a bit of a, what I would call sort of maybe a tailwind. Thanks, Bogeyman. Yeah, for golf's sake, I'm still using the low tee, but I'm wondering how it's going to translate when I play outside again. That's the only scary thing to me, is when I make an adjustment in the simulator and I try to figure out how it's going to affect how it's going to affect my game outside. Because the problem with outside is I don't hit pop flies outside, it's only in here. So I'm afraid if I make an adjustment in the simulator to correct a problem that only happens in the simulator, that I'm going to have, like, you know, I guess buyer's regret, I guess you could say. We'll see where that goes. I can tell you where it's going if it don't stop. That's unfortunate, guys. I don't know my own strength. I should have hit a 6-iron. This is just creepy, guys. It's almost Halloween. I can't resist. You got this guy's pretty good animation, but he's just kind of sliding along the ground. We got this guy. We got these bloody skulls everywhere. We got this guy here. Look at this guy. That looks like my Uncle Rick. That's crazy. That's Glenn Danzig. What's up, brother? All right, back to the round. Sorry, guys, I can't resist. Yeah, D-Lud says the course is random. It's fitting for the week. I don't know if there's any other ones, but that are like Halloween themed. I know I saw the big dog playing like a Grinch Christmas themed course. Okay, guys, we shot even there. You can see that we had as many bogeys as we had birdies. We were not good stewards of the birdies. We let them get eaten by bogeys. It's our job as golfers to take the care and feeding of our birdies seriously, guys, and I didn't do that today. Okay, probably going to get court-martialed. What do we got in the chat? Yeah, for golf's sake says D-Lud is the low T king. I watch a lot of D-Lud's content, obviously, because it's good content and I enjoy it. But I was watching his what is it? It was the launch monitor I used to have. The Unicore i Mini. He's got the Unicore i Mini. I think that's what you said you had. And I could always see that he was hitting off this short tee. It looked like it was not very tall at all. And I was like, maybe I just can't see the whole tee because it looks so short. But now you've confirmed that D-LUT is actually using a small tee as well. The tower, Bogeyman says the tower's on the back tee boxes. And For Golf's Sake says it will work, he promises. When For Golf's Sake says something, guys, you better listen. He knows what he's talking about. What else we got here? Bogeyman says nice. What, Bogeyman, what did you... Yeah, the birdies ate the bogeys. I mean, it could be either way, right? Bogeyman, what did Bogeyman win? Crushing It says Bogeyman big winner. And then somebody said something else up here. Did you win something? Did you win the lottery, dude? Well, guys, the video's been an hour. I didn't intend it to be that long, but we got to give credit where credit's due. Flying Fat Kid put on a great show here with this very much Halloween themed course. It's built by TechBud. It's called Course of the Dead. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, go play Flying Fat Kids League for the week. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to make my own league, but I don't know if it would just be another league amidst a sea of leagues, right? For Golf's Sake says even the pros use low tees when they must keep it in play. Yeah. I can barely keep the ball in play, so I'm going to keep using the low tee. I'm really enjoying it. What else you guys got? If you've run out of things to talk about, I'm going to close out the video because I don't know if I have time for another stream. I got off work a little late today, and then I realized that I was pretty dehydrated and I need to drink more water. In the beginning of the chat, before some of you guys came in, Old Gray Man said that he's kind of not digging his Mevo and he's going to send it back and wanted to know if the ProTee VX was a good launch monitor, to which I said, yeah, it's pretty much got raving reviews from everybody. I have one. Flying Fat Kid has one. I think Don't Give Up the Ship has one. Joe Legowski doesn't have enough good things to say about it. If you're still in here, grab yourself a ProTee VX, assuming you've got high enough ceilings, and I think you'll be pretty happy. For Golf's Sake says, make a league. I'm just trying to figure out how I would differentiate my league from the other ones, because I'm not very creative. My IQ's room temperature, you know. It's got trouble written all over it. Okay, Old Gray Man's still here. Are you going to pull the trigger on the ProTee VX, or? For Golf's Sake says he wishes he had a ProTee VX. For Golf's Sake, are your ceilings too low, or you just haven't gotten around to buying one? I realize we're doing a lot more talking than golfing here. All right, sweet. He's going to pick one up. Going to get some GS Pro, 1 free year of GS Pro with it. That's going to be pretty sweet. If GS Pro was free for me, I'd bitch about it a lot less than I do. because then I'd be looking a gift horse in the mouth or whatever it is they say. 10-foot ceilings, yeah, you're perfect. You'll be fine. I never worry about hitting this or anything like that, so it's good. I am wondering what happens when these infrared lights start to burn out, but if they're LED, can you have an infrared LED? If they're LED, they probably will never burn out. And then I don't know how many of them you need to actually capture a proper image either. I would assume if a couple of them burn out, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Old Gray Man says GS Pro won't be free. Do you need special golf balls? No. If you go search for a guy named Joe Legowski, he's a very highly rated Australian golfer. He just did a video not too long ago that says, does the ProTee actually need special balls? And he came to the conclusion that you can use any golf ball you want, but it does need to have some kind of a marking on it. You can just use a regular golf ball. A lot of people use these Taylormade TP5X Pix balls, but Joe was using a regular Taylormade ball. This is a Titleist 4. You don't need anything special. Just use a regular golf ball that you would use on the course. But don't use a golf ball that you have used on the course. What I do is I retire golf balls from here and then they go to the golf course because I don't want anything to transfer to my screen. But you're good to go with the golf balls. Crushing It says I should start an easy settings auto par putt par 3 league. Would be great for people just wanting to knock out a quick round. If you're talking about the league I'm thinking of creating, I would certainly be... You're welcome, old gray man. I'm glad to help out. You can get a hold of me on Discord or in the chat here. I would sprinkle some par 3 courses in. I don't know. I don't like them, but I'll do it. I'll do it sometimes. I don't know if I'm even going to make a league. Can you throw the ball? Will it track it if you throw it? What if I pick it up? It won't work. See how much fun you can have with the ProTee, guys? Because I'm a 44-year-old child. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you in here. There's a lot of people in here, some repeat offenders, and well, I think everybody's a repeat offender here. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you feel like it, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, I'm not going to know you didn't subscribe to the channel, so it's not a big deal. But that's it. You guys, it's been a fun round. Again, Flying Fat Kids League at Course of the Dead. Go give it a play and be ready to get the hell scared out of you, okay? All right, guys, this is Turbo Talon Golf signing out. We'll see you in the next stream. Have a good one.